privacy. I know it's a huge reason why a lot of you are afraid to journal, and I'm here to help. So today I put together 2 different DIYs for you on how to lock up your journal and make sure that no one can read it, even if they find it. So to start, DIY lockbox. I made this DIY for under $12. So I first got this vintage lunchbox from an antique shop in my town, and it was a little beat up, a little dirty, but I absolutely love it. It's all tin. It's so cute. It's super sturdy. It's just a little, a little loved, a little dirty. So basically I bought it from the shop, and there's these like little cute details, and I loved them, but I did my own little magic with it. And I basically Mod Podge collaged all over it. I painted it white to start, and then I tore up an old shawl, a brown paper lunch bag, some graph paper, and a vintage wildflower book that I found at the thrift shop. So I kind of just had a blast decorating the outside. I just stuck with those few elements. And now for the inside, I kind of kept the border because I wanted to see what the old lunchbox looked like. And on the inside, I just covered it entirely with this old shawl that I have ripped up. And yeah, I would definitely make sure you bring your journal with you when you pick out the box. So just make sure that it can fit. And I'll include all dimensions down below. And surprise, I made a false bottom. So I basically took out a piece of cardboard, traced it, and covered it in the same fabric. And I think this is awesome for any kind of love letters or just secret things you might want to hide. Even if someone gets into the lockbox, they probably still won't find this hidden bottom, which I just thought was like a fun, extra, quick DIY to add to your lockbox. I don't know, I just absolutely love this. I had such a blast making this, and it was really, really easy and really cheap. And last, all you're gonna need is a lock. This was like $3 at Home Depot, and some washi tape. I just hated the way this lock looked, so I covered it. And there you go. And I kind of close up the lunchbox, and there's like this little tiny slip that it fits right in. I would also bring the lunchbox with you to Home Depot or your hardware store just to make sure that the lock will fit. And as you can see, there is no getting into this box. Nothing is going to break through it. And lastly, just make sure you store your key in a super safe and secret place. So I just put mine in an Altoids box. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can lock up your journal. All you're going to need are some paper clips, some ribbon, a lock and key, and a hair tie. So these are for all 3 different ways. So for the first way, you're going to use your 2 paper clips. I like these gold ones. I think they're pretty. And I'm not going to actually do it for you. I'm just going to show you how you can do it. But basically, you're going to use a hot glue gun, and you're going to hot glue the paper clip to the inside cover, front cover, and the inside back cover of your journal. And you can use extra washi tape or masking tape, duct tape to fully secure it. This is a pretty loose journal, so I think a hardcover would be better for this. You basically just want to make sure that the outside of the journal, they stick out equally and they're the same height. And then you're going to take your lock, thread your lock through, and lock it up. Pretty cool. And for the next one, you're going to need a hole punch or a drill if you're using a hardcover journal. As you can see my hair. But basically, just try to punch the hole at the same exact place in the front and back cover. As you can see, I did not succeed at this. If you know me and you know this channel, I love mistakes. So taking your hair tie, you're going to thread it through the back cover, like so. You're going to take the left end and pull it through the right end, as you can see here. Nice. And then you're going to pull the loop through the front cover. Nice. Pull it all the way nice and tight. And then you're going to take your lock and thread it through. I know what you're thinking. Yes, you can obviously cut the hair tie, but the point is that you would know that someone was snooping in your journal at this point. And for our third DIY, I'm going to show you this ribbon tutorial, and you can add wire for extra security. You're going to thread your ribbon through the back cover and leave space for a loop and tie 1 knot. So for this, I left a pretty good sized loop. just because I like the way that the ribbon looked, and I wanted to see more ribbon. But if you don't want to see more ribbon, you can make that initial loop smaller. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold the cover over and pull the loop through. This is pretty much the same exact thing as the hair tie. You're going to pull that loop through the front cover. And again, you're going to slip the lock through the loop, just as the same as we did with the hair tie. If you want to do both the hair tie and the ribbon together, that's awesome. Or if you want to add wire in as well for extra security, I think that's an awesome idea. So then just to make the bow, you're going to thread the ribbon back through the loop and just tie it into a bow. I just love this vintage ribbon. I found it at the thrift shop, the same place that I got my lunchbox. And yes, I know what you're thinking, again, that someone could cut this, and I know you probably all say that in the comments, which is totally fine, but the point is that you would know if someone is snooping in your journal, and some of you have so much anxiety about not even knowing in the first place. So if you want to combine all three of these DIYs into one, you can do the elastic, wire, ribbon, and the paper clips just to be extra secure. So I hope this eases your mind and puts you at peace knowing that no one can get into your journal, and I hope that this inspires you to write and maybe create your own fun DIYs. If you make your own, let me know in the comments below and send me a picture on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys make. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Tina with Overall Adventures. Happy journaling. Peace.